And it's getting late. Normally you get nervous. Now you just stand near the Zelnaga watchtower, so you can see
and
her
you can
coming
see
here.
her from so far away.
And
That's
also,
a great point.
And like also if you leave at 7 and she's gonna say like, oh, I was there at 7:02, you're just like, no, I had the Zelnaga watchtower.
I had the game timer on.
Yeah. I had the game timer, I had the Zelnaga watchtower, you were not there, lady. Anyways, guys, FXL Strelok is of course the Ukrainian Terran spawning in the left top side of Ohana, while Mouse CC Mana playing 6 gate in the previous map spawns on the right bottom side of this map. Strelok last season went 6-2 in his division. He even took out Huck at the first play there. I remember those games. This was crazy. That was a big upset. While Mana went 3-5, if I recall that correctly, which, yeah, I was kind of sad with, Ben. I expected more.
And I think we're going to get more from Mana this season. I do think that at this time during last season, Mana wasn't still fully committed to being a full-time StarCraft pro. Right now, we have the most committed Mana that we've ever seen, and that is a scary thing for everyone in the world except Mana.
It's a pleasant thing. Maybe for his brother, because his brother will never be able to beat him again.
Is his brother the guy that's just at every event, or are we talking about Lucifron?
No, you're talking about Lucifron.
I totally made an obscure reference that nobody's going to get.
No, that makes no sense. This was regarding a little story that Letot told us the other day. Letot, who's currently in the USA, hope you guys have seen him stream.
We can't call him Letot anymore. Now we have to call him Rutod.
No, we can call him Le Rutot. And then, okay, so that doesn't matter. He had a little story regarding Lucifron and his brothers. Since the Moreno family, they like to travel together to events.
They will be traveling together to WCS in Sweden. The European Championships that are happening this weekend, guys. Make sure that you tune into that tournament as well as to all of our NASL broadcasts.
Yeah, of course, Mana is going to be there tomorrow, guys. Unfortunately, Strelok did not make it through his national qualifiers. I believe he took the bronze medal, so he fell 1 place short.
Of course, the Ukrainian champion was Bly.
Yeah, and the runner-up was Wydra. So yeah, Strelok finished 1 place short. A little unfortunate. He was the first loser yet being on the podium. Man, that's sad.
It's always a bad feeling, man. They say second place is the first loser. That's not the case if it gets you a trip to Sweden.
Yeah. To compete for $60,000 and call yourself, well, among the 32 best players in Europe.
One Rex fast expand for Strelok. Once again, Kevin, he is get the double gas follow-up going down behind it.
Yeah, really
Mana
quick.
right now hasn't expoed just yet. And he's only on the 1 gas, and he's chrono boosting his gateway.
A little sloppy here by Strelok, having an idling SUV in this phase of the game. Now he's going to fix it, but still. On a moment where you only have 18 SUVs, of which 4 or 5 are building something, that 1 SUV actually gives you quite a bit of additional income. Mana still did not expand, and there's no probe on the low ground
like
either.
We're going to see devilish intentions here. Like, the longer I look at this, the more I'm thinking he's going to throw down 2 or 3 more gateways.
But he's already on 23 probes.
There they go. 2 more gateways down in the back of the main base. 4 gates.
Wow, Mana doesn't really want to review a whole lot, I guess, for this weekend's WCS.
Can't blame him on that point, as he's doing a great job of just being map aware. This Stalker's going to catch Strelok's lone SCV that's out on the map, and that's going to mean Strelok is kept in the dark. The question now becomes, did Strelok see enough?
It doesn't really matter what Strelok have seen, man. Strelok played so extremely greedy. He went 1 Rex, double refinery, into factory, maybe then into... I guess he wants to make Hellions, but I think he's in so much trouble.
I think
he's in a ridiculous amount of trouble. If Mana goes with 6 or 7 units, I don't see how Hellions are ever going to be able to keep you alive.
He's only got 3 Marines, man. He's going to lift this barracks immediately.
Mana is getting his
he's going to make a tech lab with the racks. He's not going to make more units. Oh, no. I don't think there's any way Strelok can hold this, even with the even with the Nexus going down, man. Well, I guess if Mana just doesn't attack.
The best thing is for him right now that Mana is indeed not attacking yet. He is 4-gating of 2 Nexuses. I guess that's why he went to so many pros, but he has to attack soon now.
Yeah, Warp Gate did just finish, and there's the Zealot Warp in.
Zealots are actually not the thing that's going to be all that awesome, because they are light armored, of course.
Yeah, and Hellions will help a lot against the Zealots.
Certainly if they have to focus down a bunker, so they kind of line up a little bit. If Strelok would walk, if Mana has 6 or 7 Stalkers right now, if he warps in more Zealots, he must get Stalkers now, no? He has Mana, he has energy
definitely gonna be Stalkers. He's got gas, he's got minerals, Pylon just finished. There's the Stalker Warp in.
And now it's going to be really hard.
1 more Stalker right
Oh, and the SCVs are going to be sort of caught out of position as well, Ben. Mana, you see it.
Mana
going to come from behind.
Strelok does not see it, and wow, now Strelok caught completely out of position. Oh, man, worst
Bunker is
case
empty.
scenario, and Strelok right now is certainly a little red-faced. This is not a good feeling at all.
And once more, Ben, Strelok is going to go for the counter. These 4 Hellions, they will do a lot of damage. I love what Mana is doing. So
beautiful,
smart.
Beautiful decision-making by Mana, just playing it out perfectly. Does get a single Stalker surrounded up in the main base of Strelok, but still picks off that Tech Lab. There will be no cloak. Banshee's going to pop out without it.
Hold position doing a pretty good job though, as a lot of units for Mana will fall, but there is not going to be any cloak. Strelok once more lost so many SCVs, and I don't see these 3 Stalkers ever dying, Ben.
Doesn't look like it. One of them might fall, but with Guardian Shield, with Sentries, actually no, Strelok will clean this up.
Micro, Mana, micro.
But look at the damage that has been dealt here. 30 SCVs killed. Strelok down to just 8 Harvesters.
Aliens are coming back now as well. Force field. Force field. First medevac is out, so I guess these Stalkers will eventually die. I think Mana could have microed those 2 Stalkers a little bit better, Ben. It's really no excuse to lose 2 Stalkers when you're facing 5 Marines. But other than that, Mana has done a really good job.
Wow, and Mana's still keeping the pressure on, man. A couple more Zealots up in the natural. Zealots killing a Hellion there. You never want to see that. A couple more Marines will come down and try to clean up, but the damage is just too damn high, Kev. Strelok down to 18 supply against 32. Mana still hasn't started mining in his natural. Of course, it's because he walled himself into his main base.
Kind of an unfortunate scenario. Is he going to weapon more units, or is he going to back off soon? He is building at least a few probes. He's doing a really good job.
There's nothing that he needs to do, Kevin. He's basically C-stalled unit production from Strelok. He's just going to kill things.
Strelok has 0 units right now. Strelok is going to have 2 Marines real soon, but there are still 2 Stalkers on the map. Mana microing this so well, and Mana's just going to wrap this series up with a quick 2-0 victory.
Fast and furious. Mana does not waste any time, showing some high aggression against his Terran opponent and winning convincingly. Very nicely done.
I think this really had a lot to do with the WCS coming up this week, and of course, we said it so many times, probably the biggest event in Europe this year. There's so much money. There are important spots for Mana on the line as well. Of course, Mana wants to be part of those World Championship finals in Shanghai.
Yeah, so doesn't want to show any of these new builds that maybe he's been working on. That wasn't
this is
super refined play.
This is just
very
standard.
Straightforward 6-gate, very straightforward.
Rolling the
4-gate.
dice a little bit, but hey, if you're as good as Mana, it's kind of like how MC won so many tournaments. MC just did whatever he wants to do, and he made it work.
That's exactly right.
And this is, I guess that's a good thing for Mana, that he's becoming this good, that he can just roll the dice a little bit, or perhaps it was lucky, perhaps it was skill, but still, great start of the season for Mana.
Whether luck or whether skill, Mana still wins 2-0, goes up 1-0 in his group. Guys, we're going to take a break, then we're back with our final best of 3 of the day, Alicia versus Dark. Stick around.